Good morning. Welcome to Satya's Growing Edge Inspiration. Michael Benjamin here. I'm one of the practitioners for spiritual living here at the Satya Center in Ogden, Utah. At 10:15 Mountain Standard Time each Sunday morning, Allie comes on live with a message, 15-minute message that will be sure to invoke your mind, encourage you to open up your heart, and then connect deep down into your soul and become the bridge. Realizing that the divine essence, good morning Heather, good morning Sue, good morning at the mansion there, the Scowcroft Mansion, Ogden, Utah. Growing Edge Inspiration Live is going to happen at 10:15 Mountain Standard Time, as it does each and every week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of our spiritual community where we inspire each other to open up to that divine reality that is forever there, always on and never off. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Growing Edge Inspiration is an offering from the Satya Center for Spiritual Living in Ogden, Utah. My name is Michael Benjamin. I'm one of the spiritual living practitioners at the Satya Center in Ogden. Always welcome to private message us if you're looking for support, somebody to talk to, would like a prayer. 24 hours a day we're available. Good morning. Thank you for joining us with the Growing Edge Inspiration offering by the Satya Center for Conscious and Spiritual Living in Ogden, Utah. Thank you for joining us. Today, Allie's going to be speaking about being the bridge. Realizing that right where we are, there's a divine power and an infinite presence. It's always on and never off. And we get to consciously turn within and become the bridge. As we open up our heart and we open up and move deeper into that divine reality, we become the bridge for the divine reality to express through us. So good morning and thank you for joining us at 10:15 Mountain Standard Time each Sunday morning. We broadcast live on Facebook a message for 15 minutes that will be sure to inspire you, to encourage you, to open up your heart, to be a conduit for you to experience the divine that you really are. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being a part of our community. You're amazing beings. We're here to inspire you to open up and to turn within and to realize that divine potential, that divine essence, who we really are. My name is Michael Benjamin. I'm one of the spiritual living practitioners at the Satya Center for Spiritual Living in Ogden, Utah. With Growing Edge Inspirational Messages, we are broadcasting live at 10:15 each Sunday morning, Mountain Standard Time. Please join us for a 15-minute message, which will be sure to inspire you, to encourage you, to support you. So in just a couple minutes, Allie's going to be coming with a message. I know that she's inspired. I know that she's tuned in, tapped on. I know that she has a message that's going to help you to move closer to who you really are. Move in mind closer to who you really are in terms of your divine potential, your divine reality. And so there's a power and a presence that's infinite and divine. It's right where you are. Growing Edge Inspirations is committed to helping you, to inspiring you, to encouraging you to turn within, to turn to the light, to realize who you really are. Good morning, Ben. Thank you for joining us. Growing Edge Inspiration Live, 10:15 Mountain Standard Time each Sunday morning. We broadcast live a message that is sure to help you and encourage you to open up to that divine reality. It is now 10:15, and so let us join in just a moment of prayer, where I know that there's only one thing happening that's in and throughout all of life, that it is life itself, that right where we are, this divine presence is. I know that you are, I am, we are all a part of it because there's only one thing happening. So there's light, there's a divine essence, there's a spiritual reality, and it's thickening into form as you and as me, as the birds, as the trees, as all beings. And so it operates by way of law. And so right now I speak my word into the action of the law of creation, causing creation, causing it coming into reality. And so what I know is that today is a blessed day, that we are all light beings and all is well. I know Allie's ready. I know you're ready. I know life is good all the time, right? And so I give thanks for the Satya community. I give thanks for you viewing online. I give thanks for Reverend Allie. I give thanks for just being here. Today is a good day. All is well. And so it is. And so without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Allie, and it's good to see you all. Thank you for being there, and have a blessed day and a happy new year. We'll talk to you soon.
Good morning. Good morning, Satya. Good morning, Growing Edge Inspiration. It's so good to be here, Allie Benjamin. The last Sunday of the year, can you believe it? We made it through the holidays almost. We've still got New Year's Eve, and I know that's a special time. I know for me, I'm going to spend New Year's Eve in silent retreat down in Joshua Tree in Southern California with Reverend Michael Beckwith and a group of people, and we're going to go deep into the silence to connect with that inner space, that inner truth, that inner spark, that inner flame. All month long, we've been talking about this book. It's The Daily Flame, 365 Love Letters from Your Inner Pilot Light by Dr. Lissa Rankin. So today is the last day that we'll be referring to this book in our talks. And, whoops, there's my computer going off. And so welcome to Growing Edge Inspiration, the last Sunday of the month. And the theme of the talk today is Be the Bridge. And we're truly the bridge. We're the people, we're the ones. Now is the time to take our beautiful community, our families, our lives, everything over into the new decade, into 2020, and we get to be bridges. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Let's settle in and open our hearts to this amazing moment, this moment that you have accepted an invitation to be fully present in this moment, to be inspired, to open up your heart, to connect with like-minded people, to learn some spiritual principles, or maybe just be reminded about things you already know, because none of this is new. Even though we're called New Thought, none of it's new. It's actually ancient wisdom. So we're simply shining the light of awareness onto universal truths that will, once we put them into action, once we have a full understanding and knowing of these principles, we then manifest them in and as our lives. So we know that change your thinking and change your life. Choose your thinking and choose your life. So we stand on the threshold of a new decade, and with so much stress and turmoil and change happening around the world, we have the opportunity to step forward with courage, strength, wisdom, and clarity, but only if we choose to. In New Thought, we know that our thinking affects our reality, and we each carry the power and the freedom to choose to be the ones, to be more creative, so that we can together co-create the more beautiful world that our hearts know is possible. And by the way, that's the book we're going to be studying next month by Charles Eisenstein. And each of us know that there's a more beautiful world that our hearts know is possible. And so the good news is that we get to create that. And it starts each and every moment with us being present, being available, being mindful, being open-hearted, being vulnerable, being generous with ourselves. And so, as usual, I've created an acronym to help us step into the new era, into the new decade. And the acronym is BRIDGE. So, BRIDGE. Be real, inspired, devoted growth evolution. So that's it. Michael's probably going to write it down for you. So the first one is B. It's so important as we start to identify ourselves as the bridge. And the bridge really is those individuals that are willing to bring these spiritual teachings, these very simple spiritual practices and principles into our families, into our lives, so that those around us can get a greater understanding of what we know, that there's only one thing happening, that we're a part of that one thing, and that we're all humanity, all life, all sentient beings are interrelated, interconnected, interdependent. So what happens here affects everything else. So when we're fully present in the moment, being our most real self, and that's the next letter, R, real. Being our real self, and that's with a capital R, our most awakened, enlightened self. That aspect of us that is spiritually mature, that is not going to slip into that ego mind that says I'm not enough, that there's not enough money to go around, that I need to be younger, older, thinner, heavier, whatever that ego mind says that we have to be in order to be happy. No, it's that real self that knows beyond a shadow of a doubt that the life that we're living right where we are is perfect, that we've actually chosen everything that we're experiencing, even those difficult things. On some level, those things are here for us. Everything is here for us. And when we're being real with ourselves, when we're being real with the world, we show up as our authentic self. And our authentic self is peaceful, joyful, powerful, loving and compassionate, creative, truthful, honest, impeccable with our word, wise, intuitive, and our most enlightened self is awake and aware. We're aware that we're conscious. We're aware of being awake and aware, knowing that we get to choose what kind of thoughts, what kind of words, and what kind of actions we take. So be real. And then the next one is inspired. It's a choice every day, every moment. You can ask yourself, is this thought inspired? Is this thought that I'm having inspiring? Or is it not? Is it less than that? And then we can always choose again. So be real and be inspired, be inspiring. Bring inspiration into your world, because everyone you meet, everyone we cross paths with is looking to be inspired, whether they know it or not. And you could be the answer to that person's prayer. You probably are. If you're crossing paths with someone, if you're interacting with someone, whether it's at work, at school, at play, just trust and know that there's a divine connection occurring, and that the two of you, or if there's more, you're meeting to inspire each other, not to bring each other down, not to talk about the doom and gloom, not to talk about what's wrong. There's plenty of that going on. Just turn on the news. Not really, don't. Be inspiring. Be the person in the room that's bringing the most light forward. That's what you're here for. So be real, be you, be inspiring, be inspired. And then the next word, the next letter, D, the word is devoted. Be absolutely committed and devoted to being that bridge, to knowing that what you want your 2020 to feel like and look like, and knowing who you want to be, and it's being absolutely devoted to that vision. And so what that means is that every thought you think should align with that vision. When you're that devoted, when you're devoted to your vision, what happens is your life starts to become it, because everything is causative. Our thoughts are causative, our energy is causative, and what that means is when we're vibrating at an energy of our vision, love, joy, peace, creativity, abundance, passion, prosperity, whatever our vision is, and it probably includes a lot of that. Whatever your vision is, when you're vibrating at that frequency, when you're devoted to keeping your thoughts in alignment with that wonderful, yummy, delicious vision of yours, then you start to see the universe mirroring back to you the very thing that you have in your heart and in your mind. Coherence. Remember, our minds have to be aligned with what's in our hearts. Then we open up to the field, and then we become conscious co-creators in our worlds. And so the next two words are growth, and check the time here. Getting close. Growth and evolution. So we have to be real, inspired, and devoted to our own personal growth and to the growth of all the things that we've got going on in our lives. Whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that's brings you joy in your life, whether it's hobbies, whether it's your work, whether it's relationships you're having, whether it's yourself, maybe you're taking classes, workshops, be absolutely devoted to your growth. Because when you grow yourself, when you grow yourself into who you really, truly want to be, then everything and everyone is uplifted and inspired around you. And then the last word is evolution. We are responsible for the evolution of our species. Every one of us makes an impact in the evolution of our species. That's a huge thing to wrap your head around. Each one of us has the ability to affect the way humanity evolves. So it starts with us. Be the change. Choose your thinking and choose your life. And when your life is in alignment with your heart's vision, then everything in the world is affected by that. And can you imagine if us, the ones that are watching this now, make this change, be committed to being the bridge? If we're committed to that, there's a ripple out effect. I know that one awake person in one single family can wake up the whole family. I know that a community that has a city that has a community as vibrant as the Satya Center with awake, alive people, those individuals affect the whole city, and so on and so on and so on. So I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm so glad that we got this opportunity to dive deeply. I want to share our question here today. Here's a question for you to take home into your life today, and to really ponder this, so you can take this spiritual wisdom to the streets. If you had a deeper awakening to your true self, a realization of your divine essence, what would that mean to you, and how do you imagine that would affect your daily life? If you had a deeper awakening to your true self, your divine essence, what would that mean to you, and what would that mean in your world, to your relationships, and in your life? So I have an affirmation, and I'd like to close with that. So take a moment just to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel the gratitude that you have in your heart right now for simply being alive, for being you, for being with the people that you're with right now, for having all that you have, for being all that you are. And breathe. And open up your heart and listen and repeat. I step into the new year with excitement for what's to come and who I am becoming. I've got this. I let my love light shine. So let's say that together. Listen and repeat. I step into the new year with excitement for what's to come and who I am becoming. I've got this. I let my love light shine. So thanks for joining me. If you've enjoyed this message, if this has been spiritually nourishing for you and you would like to support this online Growing Edge inspiration, then you can text to give. And it's very easy. You just, on your phone, text GIVE to 385-217. 6312. And I know Michael's going to be writing that down in the comment section below. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'll see you next year. Super exciting. 2020. We've got 2020 vision. Now we know how to be the bridge. We've got 2020 vision. Moving forward, it's going to be the best year yet. And I'm so blessed to have you in my life, to have us as a community, this virtual community, Growing Edge Inspiration, hosted by the Satya Center. Mwah. Peace and blessings. Namaste.